Well, hello, welcome again to a reading through of parts of the book of Genesis in the Septuagint. And I've skipped chapter 10 because it's all genealogies. And chapter 11, I'll skip one section of that, which again is more genealogies. I'll skip verses 12 to 26. So he begins, Kai an pasahege kelos hen kai phone mea pasin. And all the earth was one. Now, kelos literally means a lip, L-I-P. And the Hebrew word is safar, which also means a lip, but it is used as of the instrument of speech, or as an instrument of speech, and hence language, and is generally so translated. The translator simply chose literally to translate the word as kelos, meaning lip, when he really means language. Kelos did not develop that sense of language in the Greek language, but it did in the Hebrew language. But the translator could have chosen a different word here, but chose to be very literal and just copied the Hebrew word and translated it as literally as lip. So all the earth was one language, we might say, kai phone, and one voice. So again, we'd say one tongue or one language, passing for all. Kai ageneto ente kinesai, autus apo anatolon huron pedion in gay senar kai kat oi ke saneke. And it came to pass that it's ento plus the infinitive, so when they were moving from kineo, apo anatolon, notice this Greek, in classical Greek it would be up when you'd elide the omicron, but not here. The anatolon is from the place of rising, that is from the east. It's from anatelomai, to rise up, where the sun rises. So this is from the east. And they found a plain in the land of Sennar. This must be Shinar, I think. And they dwelt there, from Katoikio. And a man said to his neighbour, Duty, come. Plintheusomen, hortatory subjunctive. Now the verb here, again, this is a neologism. There is, of course, plinthos, which is the word for a brick. We're going to get it here, but here they've made a verb out of the noun, so plintheuo is to make bricks. So let us make bricks, and then they, as Hebrew does, Greek, Septuagint Greek, and classical to some extent, likes the verb and the cognate noun. So let us make bricks. Optao is to roast, literally, so we would say bake. That is literally, and let us roast them in fire. So let us bake them with fire. And the plinthos, you'll notice it's a feminine second declension noun. Anything connected with the earth is often taken as feminine, so plinthos. And the brick became to them as a stone. So they used the brick like a stone, and hopelos, the mud, was to them as asphaltos, this is tar or bitumen. Kai apan duty oikodomesomen hiautois palenton or porgon. Again, more hortatory subjunctives. And they said, come, let us make for ourselves a city, and a porgon is a tower. So it's porgos in the nominative. Who hekephalaestai, of whose head, so whose head will be as far as heaven. So in other words, will go up to heaven. And let us make for ourselves onoma, a name. So it's almost like our modern expression to make a name for ourselves. So let us make ourselves a name, pro-to, plus the infinitive. So before, and the verb is diaspero, and it's aorist passive. So before we are scattered from the face of all the earth. Kai kurios, though this is just a plain Yahweh in the Hebrew. So God went down, the Lord went down to see the city and the tower, which the sons of men made. And the Lord said, again, kurios, Yahweh said, behold, understand there's no main verb here, so behold, there is one race and one kelos, one lip, so one language, pantone for all, and they have begun poiesai tuto, to do this. Kai nun uk eklepse ex auton panta, hossa an epithontai poien. But now, eklepso here must be yes, and now it's impersonal, I think. It will not fail all things from them. So it's the subject must be panta, so it's neuter plural singular verb. So now all things at their hands will not fail, as many things as epithontai, from epitithomai, they attempt to do. They place their hand to do. Dute kai katabantes sun kiomen eke auton ten glossan. Come also, having descended, this is from sung keo. So another hortatory subjunctive. Sung keo is to pour everything out together. So it's a word in classical Greek as well, meaning to confuse, to put into confusion. So come, having descended, let us put their tongue in confusion there. Hinamei, lest they might hear, and then we get this typical use of hekastos, each one the voice of his neighbour. Kai diasperanautus kurios, and the Lord, this is Yahweh again, scattered them, ekathen, from there, upon the face of all the earth. Kai epausanto oikodomuntes, and they ceased building the city and the tower. And on account of this, the name of it was called, capital sigma here, sunkusis. This is the abstract noun formed from this same verb up here, sunkeo. So we simply put capital confusion. And the Hebrew word here, of course, is Babel. So hence it's called the Tower of Babel. The word, well, it's like our modern word Babel, confused sounds and so on, which is simply derived from this. So the Hebrew word simply means confusion, and it becomes the Tower of Babel, because there, kurios, Yahweh confused, sunkeo again, the lips of all the earth, so the languages of all the earth. Again, the translators being very literal here. Kai ekathen, and from there, now we go back to kurios hotheos, which is a combination of Yahweh and Elohim. So the Lord God scattered them upon the face of all the earth. Kai haute hai genesis sem, and these are the generations of Shem. Shem was the son. He was 100 years old. So yeah, so Shem, the son, it's rather odd here, was 100 years old when he begat Arphaxad in the second year after the cataclysmon, after the flood. Kai And Sem lived after him to have begotten Arphaxad for 50 years, and he begat sons and daughters, Kai Apethanan, and then he died. Kai Etzesen, now I'm going to skip verses 12 to 26, this is more genealogy, and I'm just going to go straight to verse 27 to finish off the chapter. So we go across to here, and I'll just refocus that. So 27, Haute de Hageneses, these are the generations of Thara. So in fact I probably should start at 26, I think here. So Thara lived for 70 years, and he begat Abraham, very important, and Nachor and Aram. These are the generations of Thara. Thara begat Abram and Nachor and Aran, and Aran begat Lot. Kai Apethanim, Aran, and Aran died literally in the face of, so before, ahead of time almost, Thara, his father, in the land in which Egenatha he was born, in the land of the Chaldeans. And Abram and Abram and Nachor took wives for themselves. It's often tricky in the thing because they don't, in the Septuagint, they don't, these names don't decline, so you've got to work out what's the subject and what's the object sometimes. But here it's Abraham and Nachor took wives for themselves, and Sarah was the name for the wife of Abraham, and Milcah, the daughter of Aran, was the name for the wife for Nachor. Aram, the father of Milcah, and the father of Yeskar. So that's again, he was father of Aram, that's right. Aran, he was the father of Milcah, and the father of Yeskar. And Sarah was Stera, she was barren. Kai Uk Ek, this is from Teknon and Poio, and she was not, it's an imperfect, she was not producing children. And Thara took Abram his son, and Lot the son of Aran, the son of his son, and Sarah his Numphe, this is his daughter-in-law, the wife of Abraham his son, and he led them out from the land of the Chaldeans to go into the land of Canaan, and came as far as Haran, this is Haran I think in the Hebrew, and he dwelt there, he settled there, Katolikia. And it came to pass that the days of Thara in Haran were 205 years, and he died, Thara died in Haran. And that is the end of chapter 11.